Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by today and checking out my fifth video on the channel. Can't believe I've already done 5 videos, but I've been pushing them out for you guys. Obviously, it's tough to get started on YouTube. I haven't really had a lot of people coming by the channel. I guess it's just I'm not coming up in search algorithms or something on YouTube. I'm not really familiar with the site, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. But I'm going to keep doing it for a while, and hopefully some traction can start to build. So today, what I have in the background for you is a game of Team Deathmatch on Ambush. I end up going 33-8, which isn't the greatest score, nothing to brag about or anything like that, but it's something that it's a decent score, and it's something that you can watch while I talk about the topic at hand in today's video. So today, I wanted to talk about how esports ruined Call of Duty. So obviously, people will get mad at that, saying, how did esports ruin Call of Duty? It just adds more people viewing it. It adds a competitive edge to the game, which I can agree with, but it's done more damage beneath the surface than people can see. For starters, esports. Why is it called esports? The stupidest name I've ever seen in the world. It's not a sport. It's it's not a sport. So and a sport to me requires physical exertion. So something that requires like physical dominance. Like I know Call of Duty requires stuff that I guess is valuable within sports like teamwork, hand-eye coordination, stuff like that. But don't call it a sport. You look stupid in my opinion. Come up with a better name, but they're not going to. This is what they're doing, and this I guess people seem to enjoy it. I don't know who these people are that watch this crap, but they do. But it's at our expense as the casual Call of Duty player. It's at our expense because it's taken over the game. No longer does the developers make the game for the casual player. They instead they tailor the game to esports players, to pro players, because this is where the money is. This is where advertisers come and pay money. You see these prize pools that these guys receive. Looking at Fortnite, they pay like millions of dollars to these winners. I don't get where this money comes from, but a lot of people seem to watch it. I don't know who these people are, these kids or something, but people seem to watch it, and these players make money, and it's at the expense of the actual game, which sucks. It's disappointing because you would think these players actually care about the game, but no, they just care about themselves and making money and going pro, which I think is stupid. Why do you play Call of Duty to go pro? It should just be a fun experience, a hobby, something you do on the side, not your actual job. But anyway, so going back to that, basically they're sacrificing the experience for the casual player who plays pub matches and stuff, and just the actual base game, and have tailored the game towards esports players. So what they do, it's come out a lot that these developers, they actually bring in these pro players during development and ask them for their feedback. They don't care about the feedback for the average player. They just care about the feedback for these pro players. So how does that ruin the game? You might ask. Well, basically, stuff that tailors to pro competitive gameplay might not necessarily tailor to just casual experience. So like, for example, footsteps. Obviously, footsteps don't want to hear them at all in casuals, but they might. You want to maybe hear them a little bit louder in pubs. Map design affects map design 100%. There's other elements that it affects in a negative way. Those are just a few. Obviously, the emergence of streaming has affected esports a lot. Back in the day, there was no streaming. You just played the game, and that was it. Now people stream. It's like a big community that people come and watch these guys, and these guys then advertise the esports events. So it's kind of a big community. I understand where they're coming from and how they want to push this because it's a lot of money for these guys. Extra money on top of just game sales and revenue from the actual game. So I get why they're doing it, but it's stupid and it's hurting the game. So I just want to go back a little bit and talk about how this came about, when esports started, and how it's become how it is today. So basically, back in the day, we never had esports or any of these big time gaming events. It was just if you wanted to play competitive COD outside of the actual game, you went to game battles. I loved game battles growing up. It was a fun site. You just went in. No, most of it wasn't paid. If you wanted to spend money, you could do that and win money and stuff, but it was just like little tournaments here and there. It wasn't the main idea. The main idea was just to go on this website for free, play with your buddies, make a team, join a ladder, and have fun. Have a little bit more competition than you would in the regular matches, and that was great. I loved that. But game battles, no one even used game battles anymore. I went on the other day. There's barely anyone playing because all these people moved on to esports. These stupid, what do they call them? Call of Duty World League or something they call it these days. It's just stupid. So basically what happened is back in Black Ops 2. I'm not sure if you guys remember this, but they announced a new kind of game mode outside of the regular pub matches called League Play, and that was when it all kind of started. And League Play was cool. It was something on the side. Last year they have ranked play. It's just basically a ranked playlist where you play specific rules, specific maps, and you play like 4v4 against another group of guys. So that's when it kind of all started. And then from there, I think Treyarch and Activision saw the popularity of that, and a lot of people were playing that, and they decided to make this esports league. And that's how it kind of all came about. It's as I said before, it just hurts the game. Nobody wants to no one likes seeing the game being catered to these players. Everyone wants to see the game focused on the average player, the people that are actually buying the product. If, say, for example, they sold 5 million copies and 4.8 million of those people are just casual players, but 200,000 of them are these competitive players, why can cater the game to those 200,000 players when you should be catering to the 4.8 million? You know what I mean? It's completely backwards, and it hurts the game. And it's a big reason why these developers don't want to listen to the community, because the community, the people on Twitter and Facebook and on the Reddit and all these different places, these are the casual players for the most part. They're obviously really diehards into the game, but these people aren't competing for esports and prize pools. They're just playing the game because they love it. They have a passion for the game, just like myself when you guys watching the video, and they want to play and enjoy, get the best experience, because our time's valuable, right? We don't have that much time. If you have a full-time job, which most people obviously do, you don't have time, and you have a family or stuff like that and friends, and you want to do stuff. No one has the time to freaking to play that much Call of Duty anymore. You know, once you're out of school, a lot of you guys might be in school when you enjoy that time, because you have a lot of free time when you're actually in like public school. Enjoy that time because it's valuable and it doesn't last forever. So yeah, esports came into effect starting really after Black Ops 2. So this new generation. Another reason in my last video, I talked about the fall of Call of Duty in this current gen. Esports, I forgot to mention, a huge reason why. Another big reason why the game has started to go downhill and hasn't recovered since. So, with that, I want to thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you agree with a lot of my points. I know I've heard a lot of talk about this in the community, and a lot of people do agree with my points and agree that esports is not good for Call of Duty and should be, at least it can still exist, but don't let the developers let that control what they do for the game. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time.